20 years Jacob had worked for his uncle Laban. By this time he had 10 sons and at least one daughter. After Joseph had been born, Jacob had asked Laban to let him return to Canaan, but Laban had begged him to stay. "Please stay," Laban had pleaded. "I know that the Lord has blessed me because of you." So Jacob had agreed to stay, and Laban had agreed to pay Jacob for his work. So when the Lord told Jacob, "Go back to the land of your fathers," Jacob knew it was time to leave. Without a word to Laban, he gathered his wives, his children, and his flocks and started for Canaan. After 3 days, Laban learned that Jacob was gone. Laban started after him. 7 days later, Laban caught up with Jacob. That night, God spoke to Laban. "Be careful. Do not say anything to Jacob, good or bad." The next day Jacob watched Laban and his men. "Why did you run away without telling me?" shouted Laban. "You didn't even let me kiss my grandchildren and my daughters goodbye. You know it is in my power to harm you. But last night God told me not to say anything to you, good or bad." Jacob answered, "I left without telling you because I thought you might try to take my wives and children away." "Uncle Laban," Jacob continued, "I have been a faithful worker for you for 20 years. During that time I was careful to take good care of your animals. I didn't complain about my work, whether it was blistering hot or freezing cold. I worked 14 years to pay my debt to you for your daughters. And these past 6 years I've worked to earn my animals. During that time you changed my pay 10 times, but God was with me." Jacob, "In a way, everything you have is from me," Laban spoke sharply. "These are my daughters and my grandchildren. The animals you have came from my flocks, but it couldn't be right for me to keep my daughters and their children." "Let's make a peaceful agreement," he offered. Jacob agreed. So both families gathered some stones into a big heap. "These stones are a witness between us," said Laban. "I will not pass this pile of stones to harm you, and you will not pass it to harm me." Jacob repeated the promise. Early the next morning, Laban kissed his daughters and his grandchildren. Then Laban returned home, and Jacob and his family traveled on toward Canaan. For years people called that place Mizpah, a place of blessing, for it was there that Laban said to Jacob, "May the Lord keep watch between you and me when we are away from each other."